you.
Hey everybody, here again another one. They were checking out Cell versus Metal Sonic. So I know a while ago people was mad at this one. I don't know why. I can only assume it's because maybe Cell lost. I can only assume that. Now whether that's true or not, or whether he deserved to or not, I don't know. But I guess let's go and see the context.
Cell versus Metal Sonic.
Which copycat android is truly the superior model?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Like, I don't know what Metal Sonic's capable of.
Armor and skills to find out who would
Or
win
really what all
a
Cell's
death
capable
battle.
of. Like,
There's a monster stalking Gingertown. No
Oh,
one who's
no.
seen it has lived to tell the
That-
tale.
oh,
All
no.
that left behind was their clothes. Something ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow
Pause.
behind.
Some kind of creature driven only by
The
the
freak
need
himself.
to feed. Earth's new apex predator, the ultimate life form.
The Namekian Piccolo went to investigate this manslayer and discovered that it was intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its hapless victims and add their energy to its wretched
this is
gestalt.
before he became
But the
perfect
nightmare
Cell.
was only just beginning, because for its last trick, somehow this freak of nature knew the Kamehameha.
The mystery of this creature's origin was
King here
decades in the
killed
making.
this man Piccolo.
Years ago, the world was terrorized by the most advanced paramilitary organization in history, the Red Ribbon Army.
Until they got rocked by this little kung fu gremlin, Son Goku.
But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge lived
A
on
14-year-old
within their
rocking
head
out his whole
scientist,
army is
Dr.
crazy, though.
Giro.
Hiding
The
away
hater
in
himself.
his spooky cave laboratory, Giro would go to work studying the Z fighters from
Spent
afar,
years just
learning
to spin the
everything there
block.
was to know about him.
And building a series of androids that would destroy his spiky-haired nemesis once and for all.
He made a ton of them. Infinite energy androids, key absorbing androids, trucker head androids, and even ginger androids.
However,
Wow.
none of Giro's creations were capable of matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed.
Luckily, he had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Giro's death to complete. Its name was Cell.
Born from a single cell, get it? This android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that had
So
battled
would Cell
on
be
Earth,
more
and
of a
when fully
okay
evolved,
bio
would
android?
become
Okay, I'm about to say
unstoppable.
And with
because
their
he can be
DNA,
full
Cell
android
absorbed
because
all
he looks
their
like he
powers
has
and
like some
techniques,
level
too.
of
Common among all of them is the
flesh.
power to manipulate ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields.
From
That's
the humans,
telekinesis.
Krill and NTN, Cell knows the multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the Tri-Beam, his extra special favorite. Oh, weird, I'm not seeing Chaozu on this list. Sorry,
Wow.
bud.
Is Chaozu human?
Oh,
Okay. Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in and travel through the vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father.
and because he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate
Regenerate.
humongous damage to his body at the cost of some ki.
Cell has survived
Didn't they have to,
having
like,
half
atomize
his
this
body
dude to kill him?
vaporized multiple times, and cannot be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Should that little
Okay.
bugger survive, Cell will always return, even stronger than before because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and
Zinkaboos.
Vegeta. Definitely the cream of the genetic crop.
Sure, he can perfectly replicate attacks like the Gallic Gun, Spirit
My
Bomb,
thing is,
and,
though,
of
isn't
course,
he like a-
Kamehameha, as well as teleport by locking onto a
My question about Cell is, would he be more of a Super Saiyan 3 level threat? Because Gohan was Super Saiyan 2 when he killed him, but then again he had help, and he barely won that beam struggle. Like, he barely won that beam struggle, so I'd assume he would be a Super Saiyan 3 level threat. With maybe struggle. I don't know. But as far as my knowledge goes, they're way beyond they're way beyond Cell at this point.
living
Doesn't
being's
make
key
him
signature.
weak.
But the best
I'm
part
just
of being a
saying, like,
Saiyan
that's
is
where
how
I can
much
probably
crazy
cap him out
stronger
at.
they get every time they almost die.
They can even evolve
Because if
to
two
become
has the
orders of
because if
magnitude
two has the
stronger in the
capability
midst
to
of
kill him,
battle. Combine that with Cell's
Then
healing
Freeze should be able to
factor,
wash
and he's
this guy,
effectively
should it
the
not?
ultimate warrior.
Like a perpetual
Unless he
shonen
got
motion
stronger,
machine.
then I don't know
Driven
about.
by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour
You know they made
Jiro's
Cell Max,
previous
that's not the same
androids,
person.
17 and 18, believing it would make him
Or same even
perfect.
thing at all.
Only one problem. The Cell we know was born in the future, and both 17 and 18 had been destroyed. So he murdered Trunks and went back in time. Not our Trunks, future Trunks. Well, not future Trunks, but another future Trunks. It's
Don't even
very
try to
complicated.
stop.
There's like 5 timelines.
As Cell defeated and absorbed the androids, he evolved, not only getting stronger, but changing his personality and developing a lust for battle.
He became less creepy bug serial killer and more, well, Saiyan. After exploiting that very Saiyan arrogance and warrior's pride, Cell finally became perfect.
And easily dominated Trunks and Vegeta, the latter of whom had
Finally became perfect.
and easily dominated Trunks and Vegeta.
Quite possibly the most deserved beating of all time. I'm not gonna lie to you. The most deserved beating of all. I've never been so happy. Because you allowed this to happen to yourself. People love to say it's Krillin's fault for not pressing the button. The button would have not have been needed had he just killed him. It wouldn't have. Like, people also say it's Gohan's fault Goku died. None of that would have ever came to be had Vegeta just killed Cell when he had him on. None of that would have happened had Vegeta had just killed him. Now I know, like, yeah, he's arrogant. Yeah, that's his own fault for being that way. Even if he was to just give it up one singular time for this one cause, he could have just let it be and just killed them right there. But he let this happen.
The
They
latter
were
of whom had
fine
decades
up
of
until
battle
this
experience
happened.
under his belt.
Perfect Cell's power was off the charts. He could threaten the whole Earth just by powering up. With a full
My
power
question is, could they have
Kamehameha, he was
destroyed?
even capable
Could they have
of
blown up
destroying our
18 if
entire
she
solar
was
system.
inside?
While the
Cell?
vast majority of our solar system's mass is located in the sun, this still means that Cell's key wave would have to reach 2.8 billion miles to eradicate every planet.
But Wiz, maybe he was just exaggerating.
Not likely. Cell's claim has been backed up in multiple guidebooks and even demonstrated outright in the video games.
Cell's even stronger in the anime adaptation, considering the time Frieza blew up Namek. In the anime, the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the
Dang.
friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was far stronger than Frieza was at that point in time.
Hell, the Namekians could sense him all the way from a different galaxy and thought he might be a threat to the whole universe.
He's also incredibly fast, capable of blitzing even the strongest Z fighters at the time. Goku flew from Grand Kai's planet of heaven all the way to Hell, hundreds of billions of light years in half a minute. And that was in his
Dang.
base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini Cell Juniors
What?
out of your butt? What? Never heard
Oh,
of that
that's where they
key
came
technique?
from?
Call it the key.
Sorry, I've only
Perfect
seen the
Cell was
CJ video for
entirely
this.
without
I haven't
fear
seen
and,
anything else.
No longer wedded to Jiro's petty grudge, decided to prove it with a tournament.
The Cell Games! And if Goku couldn't even
I've
beat
never
him,
seen
what
the
hope
full
did anyone else
Dragon
have?
Ball show, I
Vegeta
just see the
couldn't
CJ
even handle a
videos.
Cell Junior.
Their last hope
I
was
would watch
Goku's
it one
own
day,
son,
because I'm going off of that knowledge
After
alone.
Cell arrogantly let him power up, Gohan unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and beat him. Wow, Cell, you really are related to Vegeta, aren't you?
In
Yes.
truth, Cell was a victim of his own success. The same Saiyan genes that made him all-powerful also sowed the seeds of his defeat.
He got so mad he even blew himself up. Maybe he does have some Chaozu in him after all.
Even
Dang.
that wasn't enough to totally put him down, and he came back with the same Super Saiyan power-up that Gohan had just unlocked.
Super perfect Cell! Now with more lightning. In a battle for the ages, Cell put the entire weight of his biological programming against one lone Saiyan and went the distance.
But in the
Arm
end,
wasn't
it
broken.
still
Could he have
wasn't
won that
enough.
theme
No
struggle?
matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt. All it takes to recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single Cell.
Hey, real quick, did you know Death Metal launched our own tabletop gaming channel?
Yeah, that's cool.
And
Okay,
time
Metal
and
Sonic.
again,
Now, what the heck
world
is
and
he
its cuddly
capable
forest
of?
critters were threatened by the evil and oval Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
And time and again, that same world and those same critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. No matter how many robotic badniks the good doctor threw at his blue spiky nemesis, his schemes were always 6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot away from getting cracked and scrambled.
But it
Exact-
wouldn't be
every
over
single
easy for
freaking
Eggman.
time.
If he couldn't defeat the blue blur, he would make his own, Metal Sonic.
Well, 0 points on creativity for that name, but
Yes.
goddamn, he does look metal as hell.
They say imitation is
Does
the
it-
sincerest form
is
of
Metal
flattery,
Mar- no, Metal
Eggman
Mars is
built
power
Metal
up. I
with
can't
more
say
than enough
that.
blast processing to match his prototype.
Metal can zoom around at massively hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's
I
standard
imagine he's
equipment,
fast
some of
as
which
Sonic.
can survive black holes.
That's one thing I
Metal
would have
can use
imagined.
all of Sonic's power-ups, and even replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He can attack with energy blast, fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V maximum overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration and obliterating anything in his path. At the
Dang.
risk of self-destructing.
You'd think
Huh.
all that'd be enough to turn the rodent into roadkill, but it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
Wow.
On paper, Metal should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some reason, Eggman wasn't able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
Yeah, well, when you're getting your supersized red ass handed to you by Charmy B, you know something's
Oh,
gone horribly
no,
wrong.
no, you gotta
Metal's
get the run
defeats
back. If
gave
that's who
him
you're getting
an
slimed out
existential
by,
crisis.
you
If
need
he was
that.
created to surpass Sonic and couldn't even manage that, what was he? Why should he exist?
Never one to admit defeat, Eggman took Metal back to the drawing board and birthed him anew. You.
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above all,
Dang.
far smarter.
Especially after he copied Eggman's intelligence and took over his empire. And we mean literally copied. If Metal started as Sonic's copycat, why not hunt all of his furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's biodata.
He has
giving
chaos
him the
control?
ability to recreate all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the Sonic Boom.
Oh, yeah, I
Knuckles'
guess he
hammer
copied
punch,
Shadow, never
Tails'
mind.
magical swiveling asshole, and Big's ability to suck at fishing.
Metal isn't just learning their moves, he can replicate more esoteric powers like Silver Psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon
thing is with
invisibility.
Chaos Control
It's
being
worth
powerful
mentioning
in the
that
Dragon
biological
Ball
data
universe.
is a real scientific term and can refer to molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet, the god of destruction, Chaos.
Not
Heck
the
is
only chaos
that?
he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability to manipulate some of the most powerful artifacts in the universe.
So
You
he
mean
can go
the
supersonic.
Chaos Emeralds?
Yes, the emeralds contain an infinite wellspring of mystical power and life energy. With them, Metal can perform Shadow's chaos control. He can teleport, warp, and distort space, boost his speed, and stop time. And with either the
Dang.
Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald, he can transform into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Completely invulnerable and completely golden, Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light speeds and has the power to move continents.
The emeralds are
Dang.
inconceivably powerful. They've been used to fuel Eggman's Death Egg, which could obliterate star systems.
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters like Sonic have battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 super hedgehogs have even fought Solaris, who nearly consumed Sonic's entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be just as powerful as any of them. Though he's gotta be quick, because all that power only lasts a short time.
The road
Okay.
to total
I'm about
domination
to say,
was
isn't there
nearly
like a
at
time
an
limit
end.
on that
After
thing?
manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal Overlord.
Godzilla.
Complete with missiles, giant
Mecha
crystal
Godzilla.
projectiles, and the strength to match 3 supersonic heroes all by himself, Overlord is all-time final boss material.
And he knew it. His ego might as well have had its own health bar. Metal's drive to to surpass his rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original and Sonic the loathsome copy.
A copy that Metal had finally outclassed. All the heroes Metal had gathered had to team up to take him down.
He may have stolen their abilities, but Metal never possessed the thing that made the Sonic heroes successful: their friendship and teamwork.
Aw, how cute! Gag. Probably should have added some of those goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things. After getting trashed again,
Never played Sonic games other than like the first one.
Any bits of rebelliousness
In Sonic 2, I only played those
being
ones.
the Eggman Army's chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's really going on behind those glowing red eyes? Maybe Metal is more cunning than he lets on, and is only biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
Dang. All right, now let's see what the heck happens in
the voice
this.
of Boomstick.
Yeah, we get it.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've
Okay,
run the
I'm not
data
gonna
through
lie to
all
you.
possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Like I said, I'm gonna assume Metal Sonic wins. I just want to see how, though. Because his abilities were crazy.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation precedes you. Bring me your strongest fighter, or face...
Why does this animation remind me of that one YouTube channel? I don't know the name of it, but it had the same cell design. So be considered physically stronger, though, is my question. And just jumping and curb stomping. Special beam cannon.
Tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear? Not anymore!
They're already pulling out this ult? The fight's only been going on for like 20 seconds. Forgot I made a Death Star. He just threw that whole thing back like Magneto.
Fool, you're dealing with the ultimate life form.
Oh, that was a cool animation.
Possesses data. Observe. Chaos. Done.
Dang. Aw, but that time stopped. I was worried about that. He's regenerate though, can he?
To kill me, puppet! I know. Now I know everything about you, insect.
Oh yeah, then wait, but if you already beat the clones, wouldn't you be able to beat them as well? Oh dang, he also has it? Oh dang. Can't you just blast one back? You have the same power. Then you just should have tried being back. You have the same thing. Metal Sonic doing the Kamehameha. Now that's something.
I am not just the greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them.
You did die to a 14-year-old, though.
If you are all of them,
Come on. That time stop I knew was going to be a problem because I don't think he had a counter to that.
to a machine like
That kill him though?
I'll crush you.
Dang.
KO! So, now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked. Our bad.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z, but Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too much for him. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
Okay,
Strength,
let's see.
Speed, abilities, and adaptation.
First up, who
Wouldn't
was
Cell
the
be
strongest?
physically stronger?
Well, it's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or
Yeah.
Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go, especially since it's only brought up theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse, and Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength.
And
Dang,
with Sonic
really?
characters being known
I
for their
guess.
speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe,
What is
we
this
can
Sonic
estimate
game
the
villains
Time Eater's
be on?
destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Hey, just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow,
Okay.
Cell takes the edge in
That's
speed.
very surprising,
You know,
actually.
the thing Metal
I
was
thought it was gonna be
designed
like the exact
Wasn't
opposite.
expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos Control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that
Yeah.
countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And with Silver's psychokinesis, or the Emerald spatial distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the
Yeah,
Z fighters, and
that's
Metal's
fair.
been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with the one thing they're both known
Like,
for.
I'm pretty sure the
their
only Sonic
capability
member
to
with, like,
evolve
general
and become
training
more
is
powerful in
Knuckles.
response to their opponents.
Like, I'm sure there's
AKA
obviously more,
their
but Knuckles is the only one that I know that actually
And
has trained
frankly,
before.
that's where this back and forth completely breaks. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb Metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took Metal by surprise, he can't absorb fully inorganic robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the
Oh,
other hand, can
okay.
copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z Warriors too.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place, quite literally biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's Metal's key techniques, believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar to Ki. So there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this
All
point,
this
there's
is still
nothing
lost to
stopping Metal
Sonic
from,
and
say,
friends.
stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level. Just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z Fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, cause Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
And why's that?
Cell died.
Wow.
Where's he? You get it? CD?
Shut up.
Where you go? Come on back. Next time on Death Battle.
All right, who is it? Okay, Bakugo and the bomb lady.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more
Okay.
Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Hey man, that was a cool one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now whether or not you know what the thing is? I can't tell, because I know people was mad at this one, because I saw thumbnails of like an outrage that was happening. Now my thing is, was the outrage justified? Was it a justified loss, or are people crashing out because it's a Dragon Ball character that lost? Because I can never tell. Because when a Dragon Ball character loses a fight, everyone that watches Dragon Ball gets angry. And it's like, it's not possible for the characters that's in the show to lose. But is this an actual justifiable loss? Like using rational thought and reasoning. Is it a rational loss? Is my question. But anyway, man. I guess that was it for this one, y'all. Hope you have a good day, and God bless.
Yeah, boy.